Yeah, you're always first. Can you hear me? I had to mess with the audio, so it may or may not work. I kind of peaked the mic there a little bit, so let me know. Well, you answered me, smartass, so that kind of helps me out. Alright. Let's see, I'm gonna hit start recording. Pull that menu back up. Right, only the most clever person in the world. Alright, so welcome to Oxygen Not Included. This is a very interesting game. You are literally a group of people. Well, actually they're called duplicates, so they're actually like clones. You're taking care of a group of clones that have crash landed in an asteroid and are needing to survive. Somehow this asteroid has oxygen in it and stuff like that. And so you have to help them produce more oxygen based with the technology they have from their ship. And so on and so forth. No, unfortunately they're not clones of the big boss. So we'll go ahead and hop on in here since we gotta get it to generate anyway. And then it'll let us choose our characters. And we'll see from there what we get. We'll see. Okay, so our first people here, we have Lindsay, Bubbles, and Ruby. That's some interesting characters. We have narcoleptic, which means they'll fall asleep anytime. Squeamish. Okay, so that's obvious. They can't help people. Operate. That's interesting. I think that's for construction and stuff like that. So they don't have any points in that though, so that's kind of pointless for us. And we definitely do not want this character because the decor benefit right here will make them stressed out from the start and they'll die immediately. So we want to get rid of that one. Okay, so this one might be more like this one might be easier to manage. Yeah, they do all pretty much have ADD. But this character could be pretty good. The only thing that sucks is they don't start out with any digging skills, and that could be dangerous later on. But farming and construction and strength are really good to have starting out, so this is probably an ideal person, except that if they vomit, they'll die a lot quicker if they like if they stress out. That could be really bad. Bubbles, we do need a chef, and they would be useful for that, but I don't know about that exactly. Okay, this one could be useful. Construction and digging and stress reaction that we can maintain and not worry about. So we definitely we probably want to go with this one. Especially since we can get research from them. I think I'm going to get rid of Bubbles. Wow, okay, I think we got pretty lucky here. I was like putting Yeah, that's a good call. So I think we're gonna choose these, even though none of them are cooking experts. This one can become a cooking expert later. So that's good. We'll have this person start cooking the second we start. Once we get that ability to do so, we'll want this person to start our cooking. Who cares? That doesn't actually do anything. It just kind of makes the other duplicates kind of get upset a little when they're around them. But other than that, it doesn't hurt anything. Alright, so what should we name the colony? We need a name for the colony. 'Cause I think this will do right here. Unless you want me to name the characters too. Oh, come on, Try. That's no fun. Name the characters, okay. You can be the farter, damn it. Oh, come on. It's kind of funny though, because like even if you change their name, the I think the description stays the same. I don't want to name myself after one of these. I don't know. I was just saying, like, we could randomly name the guys, or we can name the, or we just name the colony. Yeah, I was thinking of having you come up with the name of the colony or something like that. You know, it's usually chat-based anyway. Yeah, I can change this one. You said anything, right? How about that? Hey, Davey, how's it going? Or we can just see what else it gives us. Oh, I like Mason. I'm gonna go with Mason. Oh, how about we name this one Chris then, or Auto Chris? Yeah, how about Auto if we don't name Chris? There we go. We're just naming a couple of them. Alright, let's see. I like the name of the Lucky Crater, but let me think. I don't know what else we could do for that. The only one left that I'm about to name is this guy right here. And he's a farter. So I don't think you want to be named after him. Unfortunately, I can't just make a character. I just have to name one of the ones that he gave me. I could probably make you one of the ones that we get later on, because these aren't the only characters we're going to get. If you don't want one of these. Well, I guess if you don't want the guy in the middle, because I already like the other two names for right now. Alright. Now, I know it looks like it says David, but it actually is an O. It's just their D and O look the same. And I can't add, like, anything like that. Like any asterisks or anything. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not my problem. Not my fault. And I actually appreciate these guys doing as well as they do on this game. But yeah, we'll go ahead with that. So how do we feel about the Lucky Crater as the name, or should we change it to something else? Maybe we can name the colony whatever. Really, I like the name of that though. Alright, so we're all good to go. Alright, I'll give you a moment to think. The money farm crater? I mean, yeah, we could do that. Oh, money fam. I gotcha. My apologies. That was just a guess. I always forget that fam is like that, like the shortened word, like shortened form of family. But yeah, I think that'll work. I say we go ahead and continue. What do you guys think? Alright. Let's go ahead and embark then. Alright, so here's how you start out every single time. It's like, I'm awoken with a starting crew of 3 duplicates, but the situation here is not as we expected. Resources are scarce and our pod is embedded miles beneath the planet's surface. Okay, so they've actually changed it to a planet. It used to be an asteroid, but now it's a planet. I must help my duplicates survive before I investigate what went wrong. So as you can see, your first things that happen is you kind of get some basic things that they ask you to do, like, you know, make bathrooms and stuff like that. So you want to look around your area here to kind of see where you're going to start making things. Okay, so one thing we probably want to do is dig all this out eventually. Because we'll want that copper eventually, so we'll want to dig that out. And we also want to dig out this way as well. So this game is actually not included. It's a survival game where you don't have direct control over your characters. They kind of do their own like thing throughout the game, and so you can only like micromanage them for the most part. And so how you do that is you tell them to do something, like tell them to go and create something, like build something in the game, or you tell them to go dig a place out so you can build something. And one of the best ways to get that to happen is to start things out and just have them get started so that they will, start down that path of building. Is the oxygen DLC? No. It's just the name that they came up with the game, since you kind of have to create your own oxygen after a while. So they thought it was kind of a play on words. Good point. Alright, so our goal right now is to try to get down to this area here. Yeah, every action in this game is done by these interesting guns that they have. So yeah, it pretty much uses a laser for digging. It uses like some kind of launcher for like the construction, and it also I'm trying to think of other things that it does. It like actually uses like a plasma beam for attacking, but we don't want to attack anything right now. It'd be a really bad idea. Alright, there we go. That's our first source of water, so that'll help us out. Okay, so... Now the next thing we want to do is start making some tile. So that way we can do something with it later if we need to. I think we're gonna make our first bathrooms over here. There we go. Put that there. I think this map will be okay for the first, for a little while. The only concern I have is how far away the water is. Like, we could probably go get this water eventually too, which would help us out, and move it down to here somewhere. But for now, it'll be alright, I think. You might have. I've done like a minor let's play of this before. Hey, Elena, how's it going? Elena. Any yellow water you see is polluted and dangerous. Like, you don't want to have anything to do with it. Oh, I forgot to make beds for everybody else, so everybody else is going to be upset. Because you want to make bedrooms for him before you start making beds. And so I was trying to do that to help them out ahead of time. Oh, that thing? Yeah, it's... I don't know what it's actually supposed to be based off of. But they're harmless. They don't do anything to you, really. Well, you're allowed to bet if you want, but I'm gonna try to go for as long as humanly possible, of course. Kill this? I don't want to kill this. You want to hold on to this for a while. Yeah, these guys will die if I don't look after them well enough. I've played some of it. I just haven't had any feeling of streaming it yet or anything like that. It's all right. I think they did a pretty good job with what it's worth right now, but there are some things that I'm like a little kind of about. Oh good, we don't need a whole lot of power yet. I mean, oxygen yet, so that's good. Oh yeah, that is one thing that I've heard of about the game. A lot of people say the fighting seems to be way, like, how's the way to explain this? Like, they said that they didn't do a good job balancing the combat like it used to be, where you could you could easily fight zombies without dying, because you could just hit them and run away, hit them and run away. They made that a lot harder in this version. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I think it's kind of cool, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know why they went that direction. I mean, it was easy to die in the last one too if you weren't good at the game. Now it's even easier. So I don't know. Well, yeah. Alright, so now we need a couple of these. And we'll want... Let's see, I'm trying to think. I think this research station will be alright there. Alright, we still got plenty of food right now, which is good. The hamster wheel actually helps build power, so you definitely want them to run in that until you get a valuable source of power. And they're getting pissed off that they don't have hats to say that they have jobs. Oh no, they're gonna fall asleep on the floor again. Oops. Well, that's too bad. Yeah, it's just been busy. It's hard for me to find time for streaming again. Yeah, Strawberry, how's it going? I'm glad you're here. Yeah, it happens. Nope, Maddie, no one has died yet. In fact, we got food being made, which is the crappiest food that you can make starting out, but it's food. And we have rooms available for one person to stay in, which is good. Hey, it works though. It may not be the most delicious looking thing, but it keeps them alive, so I mean, can't really complain with what's given for it to you. There we go, start that going. At least the beds don't fall when you dig under them in this game. But yeah, this machine right here actually makes some more duplicates later on. It's actually about to make a new one now. But you have to decide if you want to get it now or if you want to wait. Because if you get it now, there's a chance that you'll get too many duplicates and they'll start dying. So you have to think very carefully on when to get them and when not to. Okay, so... I wonder if it'll let you count this. Or if you need to like move them away from each other a little bit. I might build this here. Yeah, it used to be that you didn't have to make separate rooms, but now you actually have to, or they start getting upset that they're all crammed in one little place, surprisingly. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? That could be useful. I don't really care for ranching though. But that could help us out in the long run with farming. But we definitely are worried about this here, the binge eater. Well, here's the thing, Davio. We have to decide also if we really want to get him. Right now, we don't have the most effective way to keep them all fed, so we got to think about that in the long run too. You're right, it is fun to vote. This one can't build, but has plenty of farming. This guy could be very useful because he's faster. Kind of want this guy. Just because this could be very useful in the end. I know, you want the first person, but... I mean, I guess they would be good too. It's just I really don't care for ranching because we don't want to... I'm not going to plan to raise any critters anytime soon. Oh, okay, so this is the one you voted for first. My bad. Alright, I think this is a good one then. We're gonna go ahead and get this. It's not what I need to do. Alright, nobody really has any learning skill right now, so... I'm gonna make you be my research person for now. Yeah, that worked. Sweet. Oh yeah, here, let me pause for a second. So yeah, this is oxygen not included. In this game, you're trying to keep, well, now we have these four people alive here. They are technically just clones that are created by this printing pod, which is pretty awesome. As you go on through the game, you got to find ways to keep them fed. You got to keep them breathing by making sure to find plenty of oxygen and creating oxygen that you make later on with stuff like this here. And you got to also give them living areas by like sealing off areas and putting doors and so on and so forth. Yeah, you did a pretty good job, Davio. Yeah, your main source of everything in this is pretty much the blue water, which is the good, crystal clear, safe to drink water. Which they don't actually drink it, really. That's the funny part. But they do use it to wash their hands and stuff. No, you don't have to increase your intelligence, thankfully. They don't reproduce or anything like that. All you have to do is make sure they stay alive long enough for another one to come to life. First off, really, and secondly, no. Like, as far as I know, they don't even really give them, like, a gender or anything like that. Well, okay, they do, but they don't really have anything to do with that. Like, they don't even try to put that into the game. Actually, there is kind of an end goal. You have to get all of these researches done. And then after you do, like, apparently you can, I think, like, find your ship and escape. I think that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it makes the goal sound like. But it's basically saying that you have to, like, keep going all the way down until you find the ship and escape. I've never actually migrated too far down, though, because I'm too afraid of what will happen if I do, to be completely honest. One thing I've always done is this. I've always been like, let's go up instead, you know, and see what we find. you know, because you could usually find more oxygen and water ups for some reason than you can down. But yeah, I've always found in this game that it's easier to go up first and then start heading other directions and stuff. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, we have some good food though. Still decent at least. You would think, but I think after a while, if you go too far to the surface, you actually hit a vacuum since this is technically a planet that's in space. So I don't know. I've never heard of people going too far to the surface. But granted, like the last time I ever saw someone play this game was when it was like very early development. This one is kind of further along than it was before. So I honestly don't know what will happen if you try to, you know, go to the surface and so on. Hey Noodles, how's it going? It's always funny watching them talk while they're sitting and waiting for the next cycle of actually working. It's just kind of silly to me. You want to hear something really funny about this game? It used to be if, you know, for example, they just built that tile on this guy, right? It used to be if that happened, they would like get stuck in there and die. But they finally fixed it where that doesn't happen anymore, so I'm kind of glad they did, because it was really stupid if you accidentally had your idiot duplicate try to bury someone alive in concrete. Yeah, I enjoyed playing The Sims when what I've played. I've played Sims 3. I've never played Sims 4 yet, though. I've thought about it. Alright, I'm gonna stop the priority on these ladders for a little bit here, so that he stops building that for a while. Because we don't need to go up there just yet. Let's see. So yeah, this right here is kind of interesting. Duplicates are self-motivated and perform work around the colony without me individually managing them. See, like when people first came up with this game, they thought they would have to like literally tell the people to go and do stuff. I'm kind of glad they went with this automation kind of system instead. I love how I told him to slow down on building those ladders and he just kept building them. Oh well. Yeah, insufficient oxygen is not a problem. We'll be alright. See, problem is, it's in areas that we can't even get to. So, right now, we really don't need to worry about it too much, thankfully. Eventually, I will need to dig out all this algae and do something with that. They're talking about coal for some reason. Let me see something. Yep, they all have rooms, which is good. That means they all get to go to sleep in a nice room and get morale from it. I'm kind of surprised this tiny one actually counts though. And that's like kind of really small when you think about it. But oh well. Yeah, but our sources of oxygen have disappeared. These right here, these oxalites, they are literally like they are like your main source of oxygen starting out, but they start to degrade and then disappear. And once you lose them all, you have to start making your own oxygen. So you got to make sure that you're doing research to get more oxygen later on. Like right now, the oxygen we're doing is farming. We'll eventually want to do jobs and then move into let's see, I'm trying to think of the one that really helps out. I believe power regulation is the one path that I've taken that works really well, because then you can get into like the really good generators and all that. But the one thing that helps you out the most is plumbing, because then you can actually start making oxygen from water, which really helps you out in the long run. And then you can make the water sieve right here and take all that polluted water I talked about and make it into clean water. You know, that's something I honestly don't know. I've heard people say that that's what's going to happen first, so we're going to run out of oxygen, but I think that would take like I don't even know what kind of measure of time, but it would take like literal like centuries or something like that. I don't even think that it would happen in the near future at all. Yeah, like all plants, trees, and all that would have to die all pretty much at the same time, and I just don't see that happening. So, based on that alone, I just don't see it happening anytime soon. They say that like before we would run out of oxygen, the sun would blow up. Basically. That's what everybody says is the prime way that we're all going to die, is the sun's just going to explode one of these days. That's a good point, Maddie. That is a very good point. Well, because the sun is considered a star, and they say all stars blow up eventually, a lot of people at NASA and all that say that the sun is actually so many years old, like so many billions of years old, that they're surprised it hasn't already blown up. I remember reading that the first time and like being terrified of it. Now it's been so long since I last read that, I'm kind of like, if it was gonna happen, it would have happened already. Of course, we wouldn't know because we'd be all dead because we'd burn alive from the explosion, they say. Now they don't know. They were just saying at that time that they wouldn't be surprised if the sun exploded. So, honestly, they just don't know anymore. But that was one of the biggest scares out there for the longest time, was that the sun was going to explode. But yeah, you'd have to ask somebody in astrology to predict that, because they've been like kind of going back and forth on it from what I've heard. It's been a long time since I remember hearing about that though, but you never know. Yeah, they used to teach it in school and stuff, but they don't teach it anymore because it ended up becoming like unconfirmed after a while. But yeah, they said that if it, what would happen if we somehow survived the sun exploding is it would just turn into a black hole and suck us all in and then kill us that way. That's another fun fact that they said. I was like, oh, great. So first you say that we're all gonna die from the, like, explosion from the sun exploding. Like, it just burn us all alive. And then you say that if that didn't happen somehow, like by some miracle, we would die from a black hole. Yeah, any science museum would tell you about black holes, basically. Let's see, where do we want these? Well, let's see. What are some happy things we can talk about? Well, damn. For some reason, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head right now. I'm gonna go into plumbing. Oh, yeah. If you want to go into more sadness, that is like the #1 thing they say is gonna happen, is that we're just gonna blow each other up. Actually, they used to say zombies would come from, what was it? It was like mad cow disease or something like that. They were saying that something similar to that would cause a zombie outbreak, is what what a few people were saying. And I was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I don't know where they came up with that, but they were saying that since mad cow disease can sometimes make you act insane like that, like a zombie, they said that could possibly cause people to do that. But I was like, I don't know. I like Last of Us's theories of zombies though, where it's like a mushroom based thing where like some supposed mushroom was like taking over the minds of people. That was really cool. No, that was drug induced. That wasn't a zombie. That was literally some guy on what they called bath salts being an insane idiot. Alright, where should I put my farm? That is the question. Let's see. I guess we should probably dig this area out and put it there. Oh, what movie have you seen lately? Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Davio, did you just eat without washing your hands? I think you did. Oh, well. Yeah, Shravrion, that's what they mostly said. Like, there was actually a scientist. She was like saying how if at any point like zombies did happen, they would decompose way before they could get to you, or they would just like not be able to move at all. So it's not like you would really have to worry about them. Huh? I thought I said something about your character in the game. Yeah, I was talking about your character in the game. I did not know that you were eating. How's our research going right now? All right. I do want to make this, but the problem is you have to put it next to your outhouses. Well, they said that if zombies were able to feel hunger, they probably wouldn't eat people. They would probably just eat anything, so animals included. And so it's kind of funny based on that, too. Yeah, they've always said, like, why would they go after people? And I've never understood it either, so. Yeah, like a goat would work. Pretty much any animal would work. would probably. I mean, let's be real. They would be too stupid to realize what was food and what wasn't. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess. Okay, my apologies, Maddie. I realize what you mean now. That's funny. Oh, he was having trouble finding oxygen apparently. And so he was running back and forth like, where do I go? Where do I go? Oh man. We want 2 more of those then. Yeah, I'm surprised there. I mean, okay, Into the Woods could technically be a tree movie, I guess. A horrible movie, but a movie all the same. What is this trying to make? Oh. I mean, there's moving tree creatures in Lord of the Rings. Gosh, I need these people to dig these tunnels for me. Let's go ahead and save real quick. There we go. Actually, I'll be right back. I gotta get a drink real fast. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? Okay, thank goodness Meep is useless because I don't want them because their stress reaction is very dangerous overall. You know what? I'm not taking any of these. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so we've survived 6 days technically in the game, so that's pretty good so far. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm gonna try to blossom seed these. Can't say that I have, honestly. As a kid, I saw things that I would assume were, but actually ended up not being paranormal. I've watched some of those like paranormal shows and stuff, and every single one of them just seems so hilarious to me, to say the least. True, I have heard that before too, but honestly, I just don't know if it can be proven. And that's the only thing that goes on for me about it. Yeah, I've heard a lot of theories on that too. That's always like the most popular one. Actually, I kind of want 2 of these. Wasn't that like the whole thing in the Matrix though? Was that this was a whole simulation and all that? Alright, finished another research. Alright, let's get that. I've always loved that theory too. That's another fun one. We're gonna need 2 of these, I think. Man, this chat is awesome. I'm loving this today. It's kind of fun just reading this. I don't know how to like really like contribute, so I'm just kind of enjoying myself reading it all. Sharp, are you saying that's how like sleepwalking is explained, is being controlled in your sleep by a spirit? That would be interesting. Alright. We'll make you the apprentice miner. Let's see. Put you there. Put you there. That would be useful later on. I think I'll do that. And now all our characters are starting to get hats. Oh my gosh, I didn't give Mason a job. There we go. Irrigation. Ah, I got it. They need water. Cool, alright. Sweet, now we're getting a very steady amount of oxygen. Yep, now we got a very breathable amount around this area. Barely breathable here, unfortunately. Oh no, it's slowly getting to breathable. But it'll fill up soon with the help of these. Alright, night Sharv, take care. I don't know. I'm not usually good at like being able to do stuff like that. Especially since Christmas is very busy for me and my family and all that. So, a lot of the times I find myself having a hard time finding time to do streams or recordings on Christmas Day or the day before or anything like that. But yeah, thank you, Sharv. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Alright, what research gives us the floors that we can build through? Ventilation. Okay, we want to do that next then. Okay, so they just ate the rest of our rations, so we're gonna have to start making food again. That's awesome. All right. All right, so let me explain this over here. So, as you can see, I now have a body emptier for getting rid of polluted water. This is actually a good thing. We want to actually start building up polluted water over here. So eventually, when we start running out of this water, we can refill it with the filtered water that we can make from this. Well, since they create bottles of polluted water, they just take it over here and drop it in there. Helps us out. It actually really works out in the end to do that. Oh, no, no. Okay, so that's not very useful for us right now. And we want to hold on to this electrolyzer. We're going to use that later. Not right now, but we'll use that later. At this rate, we're going to run out of power. That's awesome. The good thing about these manual generators is they actually help our people learn the ability athletics. So that's actually a very useful thing to have in the manual generator. They do a cheer every time you complete a new research. So that's why that's a good idea. That like helps them build morale and stuff like that. Well, yeah, because you'll be running, and so that actually helps your athletics to be running. We might need one more of these. Running's just good overall to have because then they get tasks done quicker, which means they don't waste time throughout the day. Because if you have a whole bunch of slow-moving characters, then before you know it, you're never getting anything done in a single day. Apparently they love running in that generator. That's funny. Yeah, that doesn't go away for a while. It's kind of hard to get it to go away starting out. Until you get like the more effective oxygen like systems and stuff like that. Which we could do if we could get this water transferred to another area. We can't. Do we have a miner? No, we don't. That's not good. Oops, I just clicked out of the game like a dumbass. There we go. There we go. Alright. Trying to think of a place where we can move the water to help us out. Hey, there's lots of water down here actually, which is good. Oh, it's coming from this steam vent. Cool. Well, that'll definitely help us out later. Okay, good. They're researching it. Oops, I accidentally closed the chat doing that. There we go, that's better. Yeah, transferring water is kind of difficult. Oh, great. We got a food shortage. That means we need to start prioritizing up cooking. Yeah, they just ate it all. That happens a lot. Okay, it may be safe to get another person now. Can't use that. Well, actually, no, this would probably be a good one right here. I think I might get this person. Because they could help us out in the long run. It does look like Ben, but his actual name is Ren. It's an R at the start. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with this person just to help us get another helper in the party. But that means we need to make them a room. Let's see. Well, they might feel a little excluded, but we'll put them up here, I think. Somebody leveled up one of their skills. That's interesting. Alright, let's get pressure management. So we can start definitely transferring this oxygen throughout the area. We'll have to change out the tile throughout most of the building, but it should work out alright. JB, how's it going? You're a little late to the party, man. Hamster wheels are for generating energy, like they generate the power that we need to control our research stations and all that. No problem. I was just letting you know. Whoops. Poor Ren have to climb all the way up here just to go to sleep. Wow, that's a huge room for right now. Too bad I'm going to be shrinking it down, but that's funny. No one's died yet. We haven't had a single death. Yeah. I guess you could say that talking about death has like motivated me not to die. I don't know what pollution it's talking about. This gas pump could pump in the oxygen that's produced from here and send it up to the other rooms, but I don't know how useful that would actually be. Yeah, the deepest of quotes right there. Oh, man. No, we're not dying yet. I mean, we do need more. You know, they are going to run out of oxygen soon, which could be bad if we don't help them out. Alright, we have enough people now. It's time to add a new schedule here and start determining different downtime schedules. As I just closed that like an idiot. Alright. We'll move Ran. Davio over here, I believe. I think that should help us out a little bit. The music sounds scary. I don't think the music actually changes much now that I think about it. Like it only gets happy whenever you actually like succeed in finishing like a task or something like that. Other than that, it's just this kind of, you know, simple sounding music here. That's kind of interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I wish they had an option to say move polluted water to the thing for it. I can't play the creepy music. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, this will probably be the last cycle that I do for this stream. So we'll see what we can accomplish here, and then we'll probably call it into it. Which, yeah, it's almost over, so that actually was perfect timing to call that. I can't do that. I don't have any songs on the top of my head right now. But yeah, the next time we stream this, we can make sure to try to find better music, I guess. Alright, once they all get to bed, I'll go ahead and stop it. All right, so that was Oxygen Not Included, the stream. It's a pretty fun game in my opinion. All in all, I don't know how much fun it is to watch. I've heard some people say it's really fun to watch. I've heard other people say it's not. It's kind of more fun to play. I will say that a lot of the times it does feel like you have a lot of downtime where you just kind of set up your idea of what you want to do and then just wait it out. But, I mean, hey, it's still a lot of fun in my opinion. I've like played this for hours just, you know, seeing what I can accomplish next. And the other one that I've been playing, like the other save file that I have. So I consider it a lot of fun. I don't know what you guys think. Oh, Kita, you showed up right as we were ending. That sucks. Aww. Still, nice of you to stop by. I appreciate that. You can always watch the archive later. I don't feel offended. It happens, you know. Sometimes you'll show up to a stream and realize that it's ending. Oh yeah, you'll enjoy it, I swear. I'm sure everybody enjoyed their time here. But yeah, I hope to play more of this for a stream. I might continue doing more of this. It just depends on what everybody thinks. Aw, that sucks. It's showing up pretty well on my end. I hope that it's not something on my end. I would feel bad if it was. I was having some issues with buffering on the last stream I watched, so it could possibly be on my end. I don't know. But yeah, I would like to stream more of this. It's a very fun game, in my opinion. I think we could still continue doing more with it. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff that I can show off in this game still to go. Like, we still need to go into fluid dynamics in this game because it's very interesting what they did with it. I'll try to come up with stories. I don't have a whole lot, but I'll come up with something. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and officially end the stream here. I hope you guys have a great evening, day, whatever it is. And I will see you guys when I stream again. Take care, everyone. Bye.